Premier League match week 37 predictions. Let's go. Now for game number 1 of the second last match week of this Premier League season, we've got Spurs versus Burnley, and as much as I've been loving Burnley's run of form as of late, and I solidly believe that they will escape relegation this season, unfortunately I do have to give this one to Tottenham Hotspurs, and I'm going to say 2-0. We then have Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace, and you know what? This is a really tricky game. I don't know if there are going to be any clean sheets in a game like this. Aston Villa haven't been in brilliant form as of late, but versus Crystal Palace, going to be a close one, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 win in Crystal Palace's favour. I mean, it's kind of boring to predict a draw. We then have Leeds United versus Brighton. Now, of course, Leeds United in real danger of getting relegated this season. Looking at Brighton, they've been brilliant from time to time. They've obviously just crushed Manchester United, which kind of breaks my hopes and dreams. But I do think Brighton should end up winning this one, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 win. We then move on to Watford versus Leicester City. Watford, you've had a dreadful season. You will get relegated this season. I have to give this one to Leicester City, and I'm going to go for a 3-1 win. Comfortable. West Ham United versus Manchester City is next. Now, of course, I feel like this is always an entertaining fixture to watch, and as much as I've loved West Ham United's fight for a European spot this season, I have to give this one to Manchester City, and I am going to make it a 2-1 win. Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Norwich City is next. Now, of course, Norwich is relegated this season. It has been confirmed looking at Wolverhampton Wanderers. They've been in really bad form as of late, but I do think that they will return back to form versus Norwich, and I'm going to give them a 2-0 win. Don't disappoint me, Wolves. We then have the richest club in world football versus Arsenal. Still makes me feel sick to say it, but I do believe that Arsenal should win this one, and that is actually why I'm going to end up going for a draw. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. Let's upset some Arsenal fans. Southampton versus Liverpool is next, and to me this is a fairly easy one. I do expect Liverpool to take this win pretty comfortably, and I'm going to give them a 3-0 win. Crystal Palace play for the second time this week versus the likes of Everton. Now, of course, Everton fighting to escape relegation. And to be honest, versus Crystal Palace, I do think they have potential to win. They will be giving it their absolute all to escape relegation. And that is why I'm going to give Everton a 1-0 win. We then have Aston Villa versus Burnley, one of the last games we're going to talk about in this video. And although, once again, I've been loving Burnley's run, Aston Villa, it's going to be a tremendously close one. Obviously, Aston Villa recently just beat the likes of Burnley, but I do think this will go down as a 2-1 win in Burnley's favour. Let's surprise a lot of people. And then finally, we've got the likes of Chelsea versus Leicester City. Obviously, tremendously big game. Chelsea will be looking to kind of improve their form from over the last 2 or so months. Leicester City have not had a brilliant season, but I do think Chelsea should end up taking this one, and I'm going to put it down as a 3-2 win. It should be very entertaining. Let's see how it goes. And that, of course, ladies and gentlemen, is it for my Premier League Match Week 37 predictions. Sorry I haven't released a full video on YouTube this week. Unfortunately, college has been slightly busy, but I still want